Hello. I hope each of you and your families are safe and doing well. For the second consecutive year, we're conducting this, our annual Hometown Hero and SUMMIT Awards virtually. I wish we could all be together, but today, using technology, we will honor our heroes and sheroes of our tourism industry. I commend you, our tourism partners and industry members, for your resiliency and commitment to sustaining our tourism product as we continue to impact the economic vitality of our capital city, even during a global pandemic. Let me be the first to congratulate each of this afternoon's award recipients. Because of you and your efforts, the visitor industry of Jackson remains City with Soul strong. Finally, let me thank my heroes, the Visit Jackson Board of Directors and staff. These dedicated industry professionals make it happen for us each day. They are committed to executing innovation, resulting in transformational change while maximizing impact. Now, please welcome our host for today's ceremony, our Destination Development Manager, Kim Lewis, and our Director of Communications, Yolanda Claymore. Ladies, take it away.
Thank you, Ricky, and good afternoon, and welcome to Visit Jackson's annual Hometown Hero Awards. I'm Kim Lewis.
And I'm Yolanda Claymore.
Thank you for joining us today at the Mississippi Museum of Natural Science. As you can see, we haven't quite gotten back to our old normal yet. We hope that we'll be able to celebrate everyone in person for the 2023 Hometown Hero Awards. But in the meantime, we're determined to have fun and make this event a celebration. Just a quick refresher on how the Hometown Hero and SUMMIT Awards are determined. These awards were nominated and voted upon by your industry partners, your peers, your co-workers, the people who work with you the most and most likely know you the best. Just a quick side note, each year when the request for nominations is sent out, we're humbled to see some of our own Visit Jackson employees nominated in various categories. As happy as this makes us, we want to focus on our industry partners, so we'll no longer be awarding Hometown Hero Awards to Visit Jackson staff. Okay, moving on. This year, in celebration of the capital city's bicentennial and in keeping with the theme, we will acknowledge 200 winners this afternoon.
So grab some popcorn and get comfortable. No, we're just kidding, but we probably could have come up with 200 industry partners to acknowledge today. This is our 29th year to honor our travel and tourism industry, an industry that has faced challenging days during the past 2 years. Days that made you ask some tough questions. Maybe even days where you question your own sanity, but yet you still stand. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. penned the perfect phrase to describe all of you. The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. So today, we honor you who still contribute your talents, gifts, and resources to make us the city with soul. So without further ado, let's get started.
Here are this year's recipients of the 2022 Travel and Tourism Industry Partner Award.
COVID-19 and the ripple variances prompted sweeping changes to how hotel housekeeping departments look and operate in the new normal. The reduction in travel has also meant a reduction in housekeeping staff, causing housekeeping departments to operate strategically to effectively keep guests and staff safe, as well as prove that every inch of a hotel's public areas and rooms have been cleaned, sanitized, and inspected. We can't thank this recipient enough, not only for effectively operating this department, but doing it with a smile. Barbara VEAL with the FAIRVIEW Inn, you are a travel and tourism industry partner. If you look for habits of a successful hotel general manager, you'll find that this person embodies them all. Thank you for making decisions quickly, getting out of the office and getting in the trenches, leading by example, surrounding yourself with a great team, motivating your employees, delegating and not trying to do everything yourself, praise and recognition of your employees, utilizing technology to communicate with our team, taking responsibility, and most of all, loving your job. Blake Brennan of Hilton Jackson, you are a travel and tourism industry partner. Meeting planners don't want to work with a salesperson. They want a reliable partner in planning. Someone who can brainstorm ideas, come up with realistic solutions, and bring value to the table day in and day out. Delivering value is vital to building this type of relationship clients want. now more than ever. While most wait until they're actively wooing a client to deliver value, the Westin Jackson starts proving their value right at the beginning of the sourcing journey, offering meeting solutions through advice and education that builds the event planner's confidence in their property from the start. Thank you, Mike Burton, Michael McGreevy, ARIEL TAPP, and Patrick House of the Westin Jackson. You are a travel and tourism industry partner. Beyond what you do for the manship to create an experience for your customers, what we most admire is your partnership to create a space for hospitality workers, a time of community and self-care with service industry weekend sessions during these challenging times. Eric Henderson, you are a travel and tourism industry partner.
For their continued partnership and hands-on support of Jackson events, Deputy Chief Harris and his team always work to make themselves available to meet with Visit Jackson staff and large event planners to provide support and valuable feedback on safety, thus helping to ensure an enjoyable experience for all attendees. These officers have done just that at numerous events in 2021, from sporting events like the Jackson State University football games and the Mississippi Blues Marathon, to celebrations like the Capital City Lights and the City with Pride events. We appreciate you and your willingness to support the Jackson tourism industry. We especially want to thank Deputy Chief Harris, Commander Hale, Corporal Settles, and Officer Watson. You together are a travel and tourism industry partner. John Miller always has an eye on the future. Ironically, his restaurant and bar, Johnny T's Bistro and Blues, draws from the storied past of the historic Ferris Street district located in downtown Jackson. John welcomes locals and visitors alike to experience the food and soulful hospitality of his restaurant and blues lounge, located in the same building that once housed the famous Crystal Palace. John also serves on the Visit Jackson Board of Directors as an at-large member. Tim Bennett's name may sound familiar. He was a driving force behind the Mississippi Braves in Pearl and the Biloxi Shuckers on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. Today, Tim runs the Hank Aaron Sports Academy at Smith-Wills Stadium. As a non-native Mississippian, Bennett has heard the stories of his adopted state, and he's ready to help change things. Bennett believes he can also help write the comeback kid story in Mississippi's capital city, believing that baseball will bring people to Jackson, maybe for the first time, but it won't be the last. Mike Williams, the general manager of the Jackson Planetarium, is working tirelessly behind the scenes to secure funding for renovations. We thank you for keeping your eye on the prize as we all anxiously await the opening of the new planetarium. Several months ago, we received an email from a guest of one of our Jackson restaurants. She wanted to share her experience with us. This guest had been recently diagnosed with a health issue that made eating out incredibly difficult due to her new restrictive diet. Bravo's assistant service manager, Margaret Sullivan, went above and beyond, not only adapting a special menu, but even going as far as creating a touch button on the server's computer that has a list of the dishes the guest can eat and the ingredients for the cooks to omit or substitute. Margaret Sullivan with Bravo Italian Restaurant and Bar, for going above and beyond, you are a hometown hero.
And now for our recipients in the category of meeting planner and group tour planner. These planners are most certainly super planners. They had to be bold to plan during uncertain days, innovative to create an experience while being sensitive to the ever-changing COVID climate, and resilient to weather postponements and rescheduling. First up is More Than a Tourist, Jane Halbert-Jones. Jane is always up for the task. She's energetic, innovative, and her knowledge of Jackson is a true asset to our industry. She's certainly a great partner, showing guests and locals alike a closer look at the city with soul. Jane Halbert-Jones, you are a hometown hero. Dr. Anthony Newman organized the Mississippi Alpha Network 50th Annual Conference that brought in 150 men of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated and added over $48,000 of economic impact to the city with soul. Dr. Anthony Newman, you are a hometown hero.
Fortunately, in 2021, we began to see more events. Thanks to some creative organizers, some were large outdoor events while others were smaller indoor gatherings. Large or small, we're happy they were held in the city with soul. This year's recipients of the Hometown Hero Award in the category of Festival and Event Organizer are LYNSIE Armstrong is the Director of Marketing at Highland Village. She has single-handedly changed the perception of Highland Village and has successfully attracted a diverse range of guests by hosting a wide variety of events. From the monthly Second Saturday event featuring shopping deals, live music, and even beer and bourbon tastings, to 5Ks and trivia nights, LYNSIE has brought events of all sizes to Highland Village and is always happy to support the surrounding areas of Jackson. She's a wonderful partner, and for that, she is a 2022 Hometown Hero. Brad Kamikaze Franklin is a lifelong Jackson resident who has dedicated himself to advocating for our capital city. He has been in the music scene for decades and has always been proud to share the importance of the city's hip-hop scene. Chef ENRIKA Williams is the Mississippi-born and raised chef and owner of Fauna Foodworks, co-creator of Magnolia Sunset Markets, and a valued board member of Visit Jackson. She is creatively, socially, and radically vested and expressive in changing conversations and expanding the culinary landscape of our state, constantly seeking opportunities to advise, consult, design, curate, and implement menus for pop-ups and dinner series. In 2021, Chef ENRIKA was one of 3 chefs who represented the city with soul at the Atlanta Food and Wine Festival during 2 days of tastings and on-stage cooking demonstrations. Stephanie Nolan is the event manager at the Fairview Inn. She joined the Fairview team in July of 2020. Despite starting in the middle of a pandemic, Stephanie has made a name for herself when it comes to booking and hosting events at the historic Fairview Inn. From weddings and rehearsal dinners to baby showers and family reunions, Stephanie is happy to help make your event a success. Jason McCarty is the executive director of Mississippi Capital City Pride. Jason organized and developed this nonprofit in Jackson that represents the LGBTQ+ community. Capital City Pride is recognized as the leading and largest Mississippi-based LGBTQ organization. Jason, his board of directors, and its steering committee successfully pulled off the capital city's first ever Pride Festival. The 3-day event focused on family fun, advocacy, mental, physical, and spiritual health, all surrounded by live music, food, and fellowship. David Lewis has spearheaded the city's first ever supercharged collaborative holiday event, Capital City Lights, bringing 30+ partners and the community together for this citywide event. Justin Nipper is the marketing and events specialist at the Mississippi Ag and Forestry Museum. He may wear many hats, but his favorite is promoting the museum and its many activities to both families and individuals. Justin has produced events for our year-round entertainment, including the Pickle Fest.
Now it's time for the Emmys, the Golden Globe, or the Grammys of Tourism, the SUMMIT Awards, which stands for Superlative Merit in Travel and Tourism. Now, this word superlative intrigued me. It's not a word that is commonly tossed around. While there are many synonyms that it could be interchanged with, it stands on its own. It has a uniqueness that postures this category for what it is, the highest or very high degree of equality that gives these winners bragging rights for the next year. The nominees for this year's Attraction of the Year are Mississippi Civil Rights Museum, Mississippi State Fair, Mississippi Museum of Natural Science, SMITH-ROBERSTON Museum and Cultural Center, Mississippi Children's Museum, who took advantage of light traffic to erect a 30,000 square foot state-of-the-art playground with a WEDRA and a HEDRA, and 2 newcomers, EcoShed, a mixed-use incubator space based in Jackson, Mississippi that supports the creative economy, and the Museum Trail, an approximately 3-mile multi-use trail connecting the Mississippi Farmers Market to the Mississippi Children's Museum. The trail connects 3 parks and provides safe passage across I-55 for pedestrians and non-motorized vehicles.
This year's winner is no stranger to success, whether that be winning awards, breaking records, or surpassing goals. For continuing to help us take a hard look at our state's past, to showing us a way forward for a brighter tomorrow, Our 2022 Attraction of the Year is the Mississippi Civil Rights Museum. Nominees for the 2022 Festival and Event of the Year are the Sanderson Farms Championship. In its 8th year, this PGA qualifying event raised $1.5 million for Friends of Children's Hospital and Children's of Mississippi. The capital city welcomes more than 25,000 athletes and fans each year to the week-long nationally televised event. It's Pride, y'all! City with Pride Festival. Mississippi Capital City Pride, an organization that provides support to the LGBTQ+ community in Jackson, hosted the city's very first 3-day Pride celebration, with activities both ticketed and free, set to unite and support a community of people with diverse gender identities and sexual orientations. The goal of the event was to provide a safe space for people to show and to feel love and support. Jackson Indie Music Week is a celebration of Central Mississippi's independent music scene. This week-long event showcases a series of concerts, panels, and parties, spotlighting creatives from all genres. Jackson Black Rodeo held its 18th annual competition during 2021, welcoming more than 5,000 spectators to the Mississippi Coliseum. Summer Solstice, held at Highland Village, transformed the outdoor shopping center into Little Havana, complete with hand-rolled cigars, Latin music, dancing, food, and beverages. Pepsi General Motors SWAC Football Classic, Jackson State versus Alcorn. The two teams played in front of a sold-out crowd, battling on the field and a musical battle in the stands. Jackson State walked away with the win, solidifying home field advantage for the SWAC championship game. Capital City Lights Holiday Event. Downtown Jackson's community celebration to kick off the holiday season. Events included the Festival of Trees at the WESTIN Jackson, Nutcracker performances at Thalyamara Hall, the Magnolia Sunset Market, and Christmas by Candlelight tours of the Mississippi Department of Archive and History locations, including the 2 Mississippi museums, plus live music, caroling, food trucks, antique cars, trees, window decor, and lights. Mississippi Japan Fest, presented by the Japanese Outreach Initiative at Jackson State University. Held at the Mississippi Museum of Art, Japan Fest highlighted performances from traditional Japanese martial arts, drum, and dance groups. Mississippi Comic-Con, a 2-day event held at the Mississippi Coliseum, brings together a diverse list of guests, vendors, artists, and fan groups in an affordable, family-friendly environment, all centered around a love for comic books and multi-genre entertainment. The Mississippi Science Festival is a frequently nominated event. The LaFleur Museum District holds this annual STEM event with activities for both the young and not so young. Science Fest celebrates careers in science, technology, engineering, and math with a weekend of all ages events across 4 museums: the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame and Museum, the Mississippi Agriculture and Forestry Museum, the Mississippi Children's Museum, and the Mississippi Museum of Natural Science. Congratulations to the Festival of the Year, the Mississippi Science Fest.
Full-service properties focus on offering a wide range of amenities, often including conference and banquet space, upscale dining options, and gym and spa facilities. These properties have gone the extra mile to not only provide these amenities, but to offer a safer night's stay for travelers and locals alike. The nominees for Full-Service Hotel of the Year include the Westin Jackson. It brings a restful night's stay to meeting attendees at the Jackson Convention Complex. Within a short walk, it's the perfect place to lay your head if you are on a staycation or checking out the latest exhibitions at the Mississippi Museum of Art. The Hilton Jackson. It offers elegant accommodations, an array of fine and casual dining, including Drago's, Fitzgerald's, and Wellington's, executive-level floors and boardrooms, 17 meeting rooms, and an award-winning staff dedicated to exceptional service. The Old Capitol Inn. With its New Orleans-style outdoor patio and Serenity Garden, Gala Ballroom, and the only rooftop bar of its kind in Jackson, the Old Capitol Inn is one of the city's premier locations to relax and enjoy the Jackson skyline. Appetizers, delicious drinks, and the soothing acoustic sounds of local musicians. But this year's winner for full-service hotel, where you just might find Matthew McConaughey, is the Fairview Inn, a beautifully appointed bed and breakfast in Belhaven, who is always atop this list for their elegant rooms, warm hospitality, and oh-so-indulgent amenities.
When it comes to value and location, our limited service hotels offer just that. This year's nominees for Limited Service Hotel of the Year include Hampton Inn and Suites, located just steps from the Mississippi Fairgrounds. Holiday Inn and Suites continues to be a fan favorite with its ideal location right next to downtown, the fairgrounds, and the LaFleur Museum District. The Hilton Garden Inn, located in downtown Jackson, is fondly known as the Old King Edward Hotel. But our winner, with so many amenities on property and just outside their front doors, congratulations to our Limited Service Hotel of the Year, Homewood Suites by Hilton Jackson, Fondren Medical District.
This next category is certainly close to my heart because it involves food. Restaurant of the Year is always a difficult choice considering the many restaurants and talented chefs roaming throughout our city, but a decision must be made. The nominees for Restaurant of the Year are Estelle Wine Bar and Bistro, Library Lounge at the Fairview Inn, Sal and Mookie's New York Pizza Joint, Crazy Cat Eat Up, Sweetie Pies, Apple's, Godfrey's, Scrooge's, Mayflower Cafe, The Manship Wood-Fired Kitchen, The Pig and Pint, Elvies, and Babalu. Looking for a taste of Italy, Greece, or the Middle East? Look no farther than our winner, who is a fast, fine Mediterranean restaurant in the LaFleur East District of Jackson, offering delicious and modern Mediterranean fare with both vegetarian and vegan options. Apple's, you are Restaurant of the Year. Congratulations.
We call them Friends of Tourism because that's exactly who they are. Hospitable, friendly examples of Jacksonians who help light up the shining star that is the city with soul. They're people like John Miller, a Visit Jackson board member and owner of Johnny T's Bistro and Blues on Ferris Street. Janelle Graham, stadium manager at Mississippi Veterans Memorial Stadium. Malika Hentz with the Jackson Convention Complex. Carol Berger, Visit Jackson board chair. Virgie LYNSIE, City of Jackson Councilwoman, Ward 7. Chef ENRIKA Williams with Fauna Foodworks and Magnolia Market. Brad Franklin, promoter of Jackson Indie Music Week. Gwen Harmon with the City of Jackson as the manager of the Smith-Robertson Museum and Cultural Center. Michaela Dillard, the reigning Miss Jackson Hospitality and Travel Ambassador of the capital city. And this year's winner, congratulations, Mr. HEZEKIAH Watkins, Museum Guide at the Mississippi Civil Rights Museum. Mr. Watkins was the youngest freedom rider, arrested in Jackson at the age of 13, and has been an activist ever since. He now shares his story along with Jackson's story to museum visitors daily. We thank you for sharing your time, energy, and passion with locals and visitors alike. Our next two award categories are a little different. They are nominated and decided upon by the Visit Jackson executive team. Recipients of the Shining Example Award are role models representing the essence of quality tourism service and the epitome of Jackson hospitality. Our first shining example can be found at the Mississippi State Fairgrounds Complex. Since he accepted his current position, he has proven to be an outstanding tourism partner. He has collaborated with Visit Jackson as we collectively attempt to retain and identify new significant business for the state of Mississippi. When working with this shining example, his philosophy is, let's see how we can make it work. No task is too big and no task is too small. His authentic leadership style has enhanced the culture of our Mississippi State Fairground and our industry's ability to attract additional concerts, trade shows, sporting, equine, festivals, and special events to Jackson. Even during a global pandemic, he and his dedicated team safely executed the Mississippi State Fair and recently announced that the Mississippi Coliseum would serve as the home of the Mississippi Raiders, the Capital City Arena Football League. Mike Lassiter, you are a hero, but you are also a shining example this year. Thank you for your partnership and commitment to enhancing the ability to impact our capital city by utilizing the beautiful Mississippi Fairgrounds complex.
In 1953, this shining example signed on the air as Mississippi's first television station. This broadcast media outlet was founded by the Clarion Ledger, Jackson's morning newspaper. After many, many changes, they still stand. When Dr. Ricky Thigpen was named president and CEO of Visit Jackson, one of the first tactics was to meet with the local media stations and its leadership teams. When they tell the story, we ask that they tell the whole story, the truth and nothing but the truth. The truth that includes not only the negative and unflattering stories, but also the uplifting, positive, and soulful stories. Stories about the people that create a sense of place within our capital city. This hero listened, and over the past year or so has become more holistic and engaged ambassadors of our capital city proclaiming My City Good News. Good and helpful information, including PSAs during the global pandemic and City with Soul Strong messaging. This hero currently serves as the official media partner for the Jackson Bicentennial, the House St. Patty's Day Parade retrospective, and even produced and aired local political debates and a Mississippi Carol City with Lights holiday special. WJTV, we see you, and we appreciate your commitment to our capital city. Because of your dedication and service to our community, you are a tourism shining example. Congratulations.
Now, we are pleased to present our highest industry achievement, the Tourism Visionary Award. This award recognizes industry partners who navigate new standards of involvement and cooperation to develop Jackson's tourism future. Our 2022 Tourism Visionary Award winner has strategically impacted university athletics over the past several years, especially regarding enhancing the marketability and respectability of our nation's historically Black colleges and universities. This hero works tirelessly to hire personnel, schedule multiple sports seasons, prepare and manage budgets, promotions, public relations, compliance, and facility management. He has developed a partnership with Nike through BSN Sports, negotiated and renegotiated sporting events for Jackson. This hero understands relationships with the Jackson community and how his works impact the state, city, and tourism industry. In fact, in 2021, his vision and tenacity boosted the Jackson, Mississippi economy by over $30 million. This Jackson, Mississippi native currently serves as the chairperson of the SWAC Athletic Director Committee and the first vice president on the Division I Football Championship Subdivision Athletic Association Committee. He has also served as the Vice President and Director of Athletics at Prairie View A&M University. His legacy there reflects championships in competition, academic success, and the completion of athletic facilities and renovations. We are proud that this native son has returned home, bringing his passion and talent to the city with soul. Ashley Robinson, Jackson State University's Vice President and Director of Athletics, you are the 2022 winner of the Tourism Visionary Award. Congratulations, and thank you for all you have done for your hometown, the city with soul. We're excited to continue our tourism partnership to enhance possibilities for an even brighter future. Thank you again for joining us at the beautiful Mississippi Museum of Natural Science. We would also like to thank Director Charles Knight for allowing us to set up and film here today. We appreciate you and all that you do to promote the city of Jackson.
Yes, and thank you again for your time. As we continue to celebrate our bicentennial year, we invite you to indulge in all that the city has to offer. Log on to visitjackson.com to rediscover Jackson. Have a great day.